What's going on, good people? Martina Britt Yelverton here, looking tired and looking sleepy, but feeling absolutely excited. I am here to talk to you very briefly before I continue with this crazy move, this crazy life that I am currently experiencing, but I'm experiencing, if you cannot tell, with a whole lot of joy, because I realize things could be much worse. I could not have the knowledge that I'm about to share with you. I could not have the sanity that I'm about to share it with you with. I could not have the mobility, I could not have the voice, I could not have the sight, I could not have the sound. It could be so much worse. So yes, although 2020 has started off with a crazy jump start to my year, I'm still ever grateful, thankful, and realizing that things could be worse. So I am excited about how good things are and remaining positive all along the way. So what I want to talk to you guys about really quickly this morning is what you've heard me talking about currently for probably about the last 3.5, 4 years, and that's financial education, financial literacy, money, right? So I'm trying to get you guys to really hear me clearly, because many of you have saw the videos, many of you have followed me, many of you have watched this information for the last 3.5 years, but you have not been moved to action, which means that wherever you currently were, you're probably still there. You're probably in this hamster wheel running around trying to figure out why things aren't different. And I'm here to let you know it's because you haven't done anything different, right? You've got to do something different. The definition of insanity is repeating the same thing, expecting a different result. That is literally the definition of insanity. So if you've been following me to see if I'm going to be consistent, if you've been watching me to see if I'm going to be consistent, if you've been paying attention to the words that I'm saying to see if they're going to change, they're not going to change. We all have financial challenges. There are literally 4 of them that plague us every single day. And if you don't tackle them, if you aren't moved into action to fix them, you will be right here next year, 2021. You will be right here the following year, 2022. You will continue to struggle with these 4 specific challenges if you don't move to action and do something about them. So the first one that I'm going to talk about, the first financial challenge that I'm going to talk about, is taxes. W-2 employees are inundated with taxes every single pay period. And believe it or not, when you look in that next cubicle, if you're available to look up from your 40 hours plus worth of work and look in the next cubicle, you will not see Uncle Sam. However, he gets paid first. You're doing the work and he gets paid first. He gets paid nearly 1/3 of your income. Literally, if you look at the 12 months of the year, you work January, February, March, and April for the government. Why? Because 1/3 of your taxes are gone. Don't believe me? Whip out your paycheck, take your gross, divide it by 1/3, and then see if that doesn't come up to nearly close to the taxes that you pay. Federal taxes, state taxes, local taxes, property taxes, inheritance tax, estate tax. You pay taxes even when you die. It's called an estate tax. Guys, taxes are taking 1/3 of your money. If you take your entire body of money and take 1/3 of it away, apply all of that towards taxes, you'll see I'm telling the truth, okay? So taxes are the first area of your income you can actually control as a W-2 employee. You can control the amount of taxes that come out of your paycheck, legally, ethically, and morally. You literally can apply a technique called reviewing your W-4. This year in 2020, I suggest you have an expert do it, because that form has changed so ridiculously. Gone are the years where you would be able to throw a 10 on there, knock it down to a 0 by the end of the year, and think you were good. That's illegal. That is also a form of tax evasion. Also, gone are the days where you could say, hey, I got 1 or 2 kids, let me put a 1 or 2 on there, and think you're good. You're not. Why? Because allowances no longer apply to the W-4 withholding certificate. It is no longer allowances that you actually complete that form by. So what you literally need to do is have an expert help you with that. We have that available inside of a membership. You know what memberships are. You have Hulu, you have Netflix, you have all of these, and you pay for them whether you use them or not. So why not get yourself a financial education membership that will teach you about money, will also teach you about credit and debt, i.e., the next financial challenge that we as everyday Americans face, right? Believe it or not, the taxes that are withdrawn from your check actually cause debt. Why? Because you then try and float the money that was missing out of your check on credit, which causes debt. Why? There are interest rates. There are annual fees. I promise you, taxes cause debt, because if you had that tax money back in your check, literally many of people could be saved from financial ruin. They wouldn't file for bankruptcy. They wouldn't end up in foreclosure. They wouldn't have repossessions. They wouldn't be out here running up credit cards trying to balance the imbalance. They wouldn't be doing that. Okay, so if you can wrap your mind around another third of your money gone to debt and credit, and I mean bad credit, like credit cards, like student loans, like insurance fraud altogether. I'm not even going to get into that, because you have people out here who do things with insurance trying to pull money out of insurance policies that they're not available or qualify for in order to have cash to live every day. All right, you have loans, okay? You go and get that in order to try and cover the amount of money that you've lost in your income that was actually yours to keep to begin with. Did you know, or had you known about taxes and how to keep more of your money in your paycheck? That's number 2. Number 3 that you end up running into is a situation that we all face, whether we participate or not, called big business. Here in big business, you end up losing money every single month because you participate, whether you mean to or not. We're in January. Just yesterday, MLK Day, Facebook was inundated with many promotions about things you want to buy or purchase, or memorabilia or things like that, to get you to commemorate or celebrate that day. Next month, you got your honey-do day. So mess around and don't get something for your honey for honey-do day, right? Then in March, you have spring break. Then in April, Easter. I could go through the entire calendar. May, Mother's Day. June, Father's Day, and Juneteenth if you participate. July, 4th of July. August, back to school. September, Labor Day. October, Fall Festival, Halloween. November, you got Brown Thursday, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Giving Tuesday. I mean, every day of the week. Turn right back around at Christmas time. You have Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's Eve. You got Kwanzaa in between there. They're making sure that you literally spend money year round. And even if you choose not to participate in any of that, you still have anniversaries, baby showers, birthdays, year round, graduations and things like that, that you end up putting that last 1/3 of your hard earned money toward. Now, let me ask you a question. Have you bought any groceries yet? Have you paid any of your utilities yet? Have you put gas in your vehicle yet? No, because you lost an entire 1/3 of your money to taxes. Then you end up floating credit in a second third that essentially at the end cost you more money. You got pushed into big business year round, and now you've spent 1/3. You have no money left. And guess what? Even if you get a raise on your job, inflation, challenge number 4, inflation literally is moving at a pace your paycheck is not keeping up with. So if, i.e., this is the cost of living, i.e., this is your paycheck, when the cost of living goes up, is your check keeping up? No, because they're not giving people raises to compete with the cost of living. The goods and services are going up. And as a business owner, that is one solution that you could actually peak yourself over into that would allow you to gain additional income. Okay. So I just wanted to talk to you really briefly, bring that information to the frontal cortex of your mind, or however that is stated, that literally you could avoid that financial ruin by doing things that you may not know. And that's called controlling your taxes. Let's knock that 1/3 out. Let's put that back into your household. Let's save your house, save your car. Let's create some type of additional business income by sharing information with other people, sharing your experience, repairing your credit, eliminating your debt, doing all of these things inside a membership that you actually use. Have more questions? Get in contact with me. My name is Martina Britt Yelverton, and literally I do have the solution. I just need for you guys to open up your program mind and allow that mindset to be shifted. Let's income shift the money that belongs to you back to you legally, ethically, and morally. I hope to hear you guys comment in the comments below. I hope you subscribe. I hope you follow. I hope you select to get alerted so that as I continue to get this information out to you, you actually listen. To your success, I'll talk to all of you on the very next video.